Do your legs feel weaker than they used to? Climbing a few stairs feels harder than ever? You might think it's just aging, but what if I told you the foods you eat every day could be silently stealing your leg strength? Today, I'm revealing six common foods that are secretly weakening your muscles and making it harder to stay active. And the worst part, they're likely in your kitchen right now. But don't worry, stick with me until the end because I'll also share the best foods to restore your strength so you can walk with confidence and energy again. Stay tuned because the last food on this list might shock you. Why are your legs getting weaker? Have you noticed that simple activities like standing up from a chair or walking for long periods feel more difficult than before? This isn't just a part of getting older. Your leg muscles are your body's foundation. They support your movement, balance, and even your independence. But as we age, our muscles naturally weaken unless we take action. The problem? Some foods speed up this muscle loss, causing inflammation, poor circulation, and even nerve damage that makes your legs feel weak and unstable. So let's dive into the 6 worst foods that may be secretly robbing your leg strength and what you should eat instead to keep your muscles strong and steady. The first food on this list might surprise you. 1. Sugary drinks. Soda, packaged juices, energy drinks. Do you start your day with a glass of fruit juice? Or maybe you enjoy a soda in the afternoon for a quick pick-me-up? If so, you might be unknowingly weakening your leg muscles every single day. Sugary drinks like soda, packaged juices, and energy drinks are loaded with refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup, which cause a rapid spike in blood sugar. At first, this might give you a burst of energy, but what happens next? Your blood sugar crashes, leaving you feeling tired, sluggish, and weak. Over time, these constant fluctuations damage your muscles, reduce endurance, and make simple movements feel harder than they should. But that's not all. Excess sugar in your diet leads to chronic inflammation, which silently erodes your muscle strength. Inflammation interferes with how your body repairs and builds muscle tissue, making it harder for your legs to stay strong. Imagine trying to rebuild a house, but every time you lay down a brick, something knocks it over. This is exactly what happens when too much sugar floods your system. And here's something even more alarming. Sugary drinks are directly linked to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Once your body struggles to manage blood sugar properly, your nerves start to suffer. Nerve damage in your legs can lead to numbness, weakness, and even difficulty walking. Have you ever felt a tingling sensation in your feet or legs after sitting for a while? This could be an early warning sign that your diet is working against you. So, what's the solution? Cut back on sugary drinks and replace them with healthier alternatives that support your muscles instead of destroying them. Try water infused with lemon or berries, unsweetened herbal tea, or freshly squeezed juices without added sugar. Even swapping out just one sugary drink per day can make a big difference in how your legs feel and how much energy you have. The choice is in your hands. Will you continue letting sugar drain your strength? Or will you take control and choose foods and drinks that keep your legs strong, steady, and full of life? 2. Processed meats, deli meats, hot dogs, canned meats. You're in a hurry, so you grab a quick sandwich with deli meat. Or maybe you love the convenience of hot dogs and canned meats. They're easy, tasty, and require almost no preparation. But did you know that these processed meats could be silently stealing your leg strength? Processed meats are packed with preservatives, excessive sodium, and unhealthy fats, all of which wreak havoc on your muscles. One of the biggest culprits is sodium nitrate, a common additive that not only extends shelf life, but also increases inflammation in your body. Chronic inflammation weakens muscle fibers, making your legs feel stiff, tired, and less stable over time. And let's talk about sodium overload. Processed meats contain shockingly high amounts of salt, which leads to water retention and bloating. You might have noticed that after eating processed foods, your legs feel swollen or heavy. That's because too much sodium throws off your body's fluid balance, causing muscle cramping, fatigue, and even dehydration, all of which contribute to weaker, less responsive muscles. But the real danger? Regularly eating processed meats has been linked to a faster decline in muscle mass. Studies show that people who consume high amounts of processed foods can lose up to 8% of their muscle mass per year, especially as they age. That's like stripping away the strength from your legs year after year, making everyday movements like standing, walking, and climbing stairs much harder. So, what's the alternative? Choose fresh, unprocessed proteins that nourish your muscles instead of breaking them down. Swap out deli meats for grilled chicken, turkey, fish, or beans. If you're in a rush, opt for hard-boiled eggs or a handful of nuts instead of reaching for a processed snack. Your muscles are like an engine. They need high-quality fuel to run smoothly. The question is, are you feeding them with strength-building nutrients or slowly weakening them with processed junk? 3. Refined carbs: white bread, pasta, pastries, white rice. A warm slice of white bread, a comforting plate of pasta, or a delicious pastry with your morning coffee. These foods might seem harmless, even satisfying, but what if I told you that they could be silently draining your leg strength and making it harder for you to stay active? Refined carbohydrates like white bread, white rice, pasta, and sugary pastries go through extensive processing that strips away their natural fiber and nutrients. What's left behind? A starchy, fast-digesting food that turns into sugar almost instantly in your bloodstream. Here's what happens inside your body. The moment you eat refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes, giving you a temporary boost of energy. But soon after, it crashes, leaving you feeling exhausted, weak, and unsteady. If you've ever experienced that sudden afternoon slump where your legs feel sluggish and heavy, your food choices might be to blame. But that's just the beginning. Over time, consuming too many refined carbs leads to chronic inflammation and insulin resistance, both of which accelerate muscle loss and make it harder for your legs to stay strong. Without enough fiber and essential nutrients, your muscles struggle to recover from daily activities, making even simple tasks like walking or standing for long periods feel more difficult. And here's something even more concerning. Refined carbs hinder protein absorption, which is crucial for building and maintaining muscle strength. If your body isn't processing protein efficiently, your muscles, especially in your legs, won't get the support they need to stay firm and functional. So, what should you eat instead? Swap out refined carbs for fiber-rich, whole-grain alternatives that provide steady energy without the crash. Choose whole wheat bread instead of white bread, quinoa instead of white rice, and oats instead of sugary cereals. These foods stabilize blood sugar levels, reduce inflammation, and support muscle recovery, helping you maintain strong and steady legs. Every meal is a choice to either nourish your body or slowly weaken it. What will you choose? 4. Alcohol: beer, wine, spirits. A glass of wine with dinner, a cold beer on a hot day, a cocktail at a family gathering. These drinks may seem harmless, even enjoyable. But what if I told you that alcohol could be secretly weakening your legs, stealing your strength, and increasing your risk of falls? Here's the truth. Alcohol directly interferes with muscle recovery and protein synthesis. Your muscles, especially the ones in your legs, depend on protein to stay strong and resilient. But when you drink alcohol, your body prioritizes breaking down the alcohol instead of repairing and building muscle tissue. The result? Weaker, less responsive muscles that tire more easily. But that's not all. Alcohol is also a diuretic, which means it dehydrates your body, stripping away essential minerals like magnesium and potassium, both of which are crucial for muscle function. Have you ever woken up after drinking and felt your legs cramping or feeling unusually weak? That's because alcohol disrupts your body's electrolyte balance, making your muscles more prone to fatigue and spasms. And let's talk about balance and coordination. As you age, maintaining stability is critical for avoiding falls and injuries. Alcohol slows down nerve signaling between your brain and muscles, leading to poor coordination, slower reaction times, and a higher risk of stumbling, even if you don't feel intoxicated. Over time, regular alcohol consumption can cause long-term nerve damage, making it even harder for your legs to support you properly. So what's the solution? You don't have to eliminate alcohol entirely, but cut 5. Fried foods and unhealthy oils, crispy fried chicken, golden brown French fries, and that satisfying crunch of potato chips. These foods may be delicious, but they are silently weakening your legs and stealing your strength. Fried foods are loaded with trans fats and unhealthy oils, which create inflammation in your muscles and joints. When your body is constantly inflamed, it struggles to repair and maintain muscle tissue. Over time, this leads to muscle breakdown, weakness, and stiffness, making it harder for your legs to support you properly. But that's not all. Trans fats also clog your arteries, reducing blood flow to your muscles. Your legs rely on oxygen and nutrients delivered through your bloodstream to stay strong. When circulation is compromised, your muscles become sluggish, fatigued, and prone to cramps. If you've ever felt like your legs are falling asleep or lacking energy, poor blood flow could be to blame. And here's something even more alarming. Studies show that a diet high in fried foods can accelerate muscle loss and increase the risk of mobility issues as you age. The more unhealthy fats you consume, the harder it is for your body to build and maintain the strong leg muscles you need for walking, climbing stairs, and staying independent. So, what should you do instead? Swap fried foods for healthier cooking methods like baking, grilling, or steaming. Use healthy oils like olive oil, avocado oil, or flaxseed oil, which reduce inflammation and support muscle function. If you're craving something crispy, try air frying or roasting instead. It gives you the crunch you love without the damage to your muscles. Every bite you take is either fueling your strength or slowly breaking it down. The question is, are your food choices helping you stay active and independent, or making every step harder than it needs to be? 6. Flavored dairy products, sweetened yogurt, ice cream, processed cheese. A scoop of ice cream on a warm evening, a flavored yogurt for a quick snack, a slice of processed cheese on your sandwich. These may seem like innocent indulgences, but they could be silently robbing your leg strength and making it harder for you to stay active. Here's why. Many dairy products today are heavily processed and packed with added sugars, artificial flavors, and unhealthy fats. These ingredients don't just make food taste better. They also trigger inflammation in your muscles and joints, making it harder for your body to repair and maintain muscle mass. The more inflammation in your system, the weaker and stiffer your legs become. And let's talk about sugar, one of the biggest culprits hiding in flavored dairy products. Many yogurts marketed as healthy contain as much sugar as a candy bar. Excess sugar spikes your blood sugar, leads to energy crashes, and disrupts muscle recovery, leaving your legs feeling tired and sluggish instead of strong and steady. Then there's processed cheese. Unlike natural cheese, these products are filled with preservatives, sodium, and unhealthy fats that slow down circulation, increase water retention, and contribute to muscle fatigue. If you've ever felt your legs feeling heavy or swollen after eating certain foods, processed dairy could be part of the problem. So, what should you eat instead? Choose whole natural dairy options that support your muscles rather than weaken them. Instead of flavored yogurt, opt for plain Greek yogurt and add fresh fruit for natural sweetness. Instead of processed cheese, go for real, aged cheeses like cheddar or Swiss, which provide calcium and protein without the harmful additives. And if you're sensitive to dairy, try unsweetened almond milk or coconut yogurt as a healthy alternative. Your muscles need the right nutrients to stay strong, and every meal is a chance to either build them up or break them down. What will you choose? The best foods to strengthen your legs. Now that you know which foods are silently weakening your legs, you might be wondering, what should I eat instead? The good news is that making a few simple swaps in your diet can restore your leg strength, improve balance, and keep you moving with confidence. Let's take a look at some of the best foods to help you stay strong and active. 1. High-quality protein. The building blocks of strong muscles. Do your legs feel weaker, making it harder to walk or stand for long periods? You might think it's just aging, but a lack of high-quality protein could be accelerating muscle loss. Protein is the foundation of muscle strength. As you age, your body naturally loses muscle mass, making your legs feel tired and unstable. But without enough protein, this process happens even faster, increasing weakness, fatigue, and the risk of falls. Think of your muscles like a house. Protein is the bricks. If you don't supply enough bricks, the house slowly crumbles. That's why getting the right amount of protein is essential to maintain strong, steady legs. So, what are the best sources of protein? Lean meats, chicken, turkey, grass-fed beef, packed with amino acids to maintain muscle mass. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, rich in omega-3s, to reduce inflammation and speed up muscle recovery. Eggs, a complete protein powerhouse for muscle repair. Plant-based proteins, lentils, beans, quinoa, tofu. Great for muscle health and energy. But here's the key. It's not just about eating protein, it's about when and how you eat it. Instead of consuming all your protein at dinner, spread it throughout the day. Start with eggs in the morning, a protein-rich lunch, and a balanced dinner to keep your muscles fueled. The good news? It's never too late to rebuild your strength. Add more high-quality protein to your diet today, and your legs will thank you with better balance, energy, and mobility. 2. Magnesium-rich foods prevent muscle cramps and weakness. Have you ever felt your legs cramping, twitching, or just feeling unusually weak? If so, you might be low on magnesium, a mineral that plays a critical role in muscle function, nerve communication, and energy production. Magnesium is essential for keeping your muscles strong, flexible, and free from painful cramps. But here's the problem. As we age, our bodies absorb less magnesium, and many people don't get enough from their diet. This can lead to muscle fatigue, spasms, and even a higher risk of falls. So, how can you make sure your legs get the magnesium they need? Eat more magnesium-rich foods. Dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, packed with magnesium to keep muscles strong and prevent stiffness. Nuts and seeds, almonds, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, great for muscle relaxation and cramp prevention. Bananas, a perfect combination of magnesium and potassium to stop muscle spasms and support recovery. Avocados, loaded with healthy fats and magnesium to reduce muscle inflammation and fatigue. And here's a simple tip. Magnesium works best when combined with proper hydration. If you're not drinking enough water, even a magnesium-rich diet won't fully prevent muscle cramps. The good news? By adding more magnesium-rich foods to your daily meals, you can improve leg strength, reduce cramps, and keep your muscles working at their best. Start today and feel the difference. 3. Anti-inflammatory foods reduce muscle pain and stiffness. Do your legs often feel stiff, sore, or heavy after walking or standing? Chronic inflammation could be silently weakening your muscles, making movement more difficult over time. The good news? Eating the right anti-inflammatory foods can help fight muscle pain, improve mobility, and keep your legs strong. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury, but when it becomes chronic, often due to poor diet, it slows down muscle recovery, causes stiffness, and increases the risk of muscle loss. That's why adding anti-inflammatory foods to your diet is essential for keeping your legs feeling light, strong, and pain-free. Turmeric. Its active compound, curcumin, has powerful anti-inflammatory effects that reduce muscle soreness and joint pain. Ginger helps improve circulation and relax stiff muscles, making it easier to move freely. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, packed with antioxidants that fight muscle damage and inflammation. Olive oil, a heart-healthy fat that also helps reduce inflammation in muscles and joints. By making these small dietary changes, you can reduce muscle pain, improve flexibility, and support long-term leg strength. The best part? It's never too late to start. Add these anti-inflammatory foods to your meals today and feel the difference in your legs tomorrow. 4. Calcium and vitamin D. Protect your bones and muscles. Strong muscles need a strong foundation, and that foundation is your bones. Without enough calcium and vitamin D, your bones weaken, making your legs feel unstable, fragile, and more prone to fractures. If you want to stay active and independent, you need to nourish both your muscles and bones. Calcium is essential for muscle contractions, while vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium and prevent muscle weakness. Without them, you might experience aching legs, poor balance, and even a higher risk of falls. Unfortunately, many older adults don't get enough vitamin D, which can lead to bone loss and weaker leg muscles over time. Best sources of calcium and vitamin D. Dairy options, plain Greek yogurt, hard cheeses, and cottage cheese are excellent sources of calcium. Leafy greens, collard greens, bok choy, and mustard greens provide plant-based calcium. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, and sardines contain both calcium and vitamin D, making them a double benefit for leg strength. Fortified plant-based milks, almond, soy, and oat milk with added calcium and vitamin D are great non-dairy alternatives. Bonus tip: to maximize calcium absorption, make sure you're also getting enough magnesium, found in nuts and leafy greens, and spending time in the sun for natural vitamin D production. By adding these essential nutrients to your diet, you'll keep your bones strong, prevent fractures, and give your legs the support they need to carry you through life with confidence. 5. Hydration, the key to muscle function. Have you ever felt your legs cramping, feeling stiff, or unusually tired? The reason might not be aging, it could be dehydration. Your muscles are 75% water, and without enough fluids, they lose strength, flexibility, and endurance. Even mild dehydration can cause muscle fatigue, poor circulation, and painful cramps, making it harder to walk and stay active. Water helps deliver nutrients to your muscles, flush out toxins, and keep your joints lubricated. But here's the problem. As we age, our sense of thirst decreases, so you might not even realize you're dehydrated until you feel the effects on your legs. Best ways to stay hydrated for stronger legs. Drink at least 8 glasses of water daily, more if you're active or in a hot climate. Coconut water, a great natural source of electrolytes that prevent muscle cramps. Herbal teas, a hydrating alternative that also provides antioxidants. Eat water-rich foods. Cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, and celery help keep you hydrated. Pro tip: if you often wake up with stiff or cramping legs, try drinking a glass of water before bed to keep your muscles hydrated overnight. Staying properly hydrated is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to keep your legs strong, flexible, and pain-free. Don't wait until you're thirsty. Start hydrating now and feel the difference in your mobility and energy. 6. Potassium-rich foods. Keep your muscles energized and prevent weakness. Have you ever felt your legs suddenly cramp or feel unusually weak? That's often a sign of low potassium levels, a mineral that plays a key role in muscle contractions, nerve function, and preventing fatigue. Without enough potassium, your muscles become sluggish, prone to spasms, and unable to perform at their best. Potassium helps balance fluids in your muscles, ensuring they stay hydrated and function properly. It also works with sodium to regulate muscle contractions, which is why an imbalance can lead to cramps, stiffness, and poor circulation in your legs. Best potassium-rich foods to keep your legs strong. Sweet potatoes, loaded with potassium and fiber for steady energy and muscle recovery. Bananas, a quick and natural source of potassium to prevent cramping and muscle fatigue. Oranges and citrus fruits not only provide potassium, but also boost circulation and reduce inflammation. Beans and lentils, great plant-based sources of potassium and protein for muscle health. If you often experience muscle weakness, numbness, or nighttime leg cramps, it might be time to increase your potassium intake. Pair it with magnesium-rich foods like nuts and leafy greens and proper hydration, and you'll give your legs the support they need to stay strong, steady, and full of energy. Take action today. Your legs are your foundation, and the foods you eat every day determine how strong and steady they'll be in the years ahead. Now that you know which 6 foods to avoid and which 6 strength-boosting foods to eat instead, you have the power to take control of your leg strength and overall mobility. Making just a few small changes in your diet can help you regain energy, reduce pain, and keep your muscles strong for years to come. So, what's your next step? Tell me in the comments, which food are you going to cut out first? And which of these strength-boosting foods will you start adding to your diet? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more life-changing health tips. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.